Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we're playing This is turn 139. Let's jump into things. Okay, so same scenario as we have been. Copious amounts of Kusarikus, reanimations, Infernal Tempest, Curse of Blood. We've got a Flame Spirit summoned in there. We got Forces of Darkness, Corpse Man Construction, Lichcraft, etc. And then we've got a whole lot of remote assassination. So we have a manifestation here. Just killed an Ami, very simple. We had a Lich get mind hunted, but resisted. Very cool. We've got this manifestation. This is funny, actually. We'll watch this real quick. Don't have a lot of things to watch, so we'll watch this. This manifestation comes in, right? And lands and immediately hits this Baal for 23 damage. And this Baal does not have a whole lot going on, but is pretty boosted in Astral. Boosted to the point to where they can do Enslave Mind. So, keeps trying to cast Enslave Mind, and he gets it right here when he has 10 HP left. It's so close. We almost killed this Baal with an Ashen Angel, which is pretty dope. I do think... no. So next up, we have another Baal. This one is not nearly as close. This one just kills us pretty much outright. This guy has... I'll show you. Part of the reason why this one kills us outright is this guy has a bunch of blood slaves and a living statue aiding him. Oh, and he has a bloodthorn, so when he hits, he actually hits like a... This is funny, actually. Guy comes, he lands, right? Goes blat, kills the blood slave. Goes blat, hits this guy. Goes blant, dies immediate. Full death. Full death. We kill a Ketasim, simple, easy peasy, and we get another Mine Hunt, but again we resist, so very cool. This is the only Magic Phase battle, an attack by Hinnom in Erd. Up against, oh shit, it's a Firebrand, it's Milk Telly Boy 3, I like it. But this is up against, I like this, right? This is up against nothing, right? Because we have our vampires on attack, sneak, attack, sneak. So immediately this is a scenario where we can see, that helps, right? That works a little bit because he doesn't have good ratios with his mind hunting, as we've seen. Right? He does a much better job with his teleport ganks, but his teleport ganks aren't going to find anything if we're sneaking. So. Very cool. Kills that. We have a decent blood hunting turn, and then a bunch of random attacks. Lanka raiding in Ivanmore and winning. Raiding in Centania and winning. Hinnom raids us in Comsath, wins. Raids us in Mighty Pillars with a Madman and dies. Attacks us in Bodern Weld and wins. We attack in Turtle Glades and win. We attack in Delufe and win. And then Lanka attacks in Oakland. There. We've got a unexpected event where we gain some gold, some dominion, and some unrest. Okay. Children are disappearing in the night. Strange creatures skulk in the wilderness. Gain unrest and magic. Had a bad harvest in Delufe, so minus tax. Deadly disease in Troll Peaks, and the rest is something that we're used to. We do have the construction of the city palisades in Tyrannia completed. So that's a pretty good place to start. We're going to go ahead and immediately start building that up into a walled city. Very cool. Very happy with that. And what else are we doing this turn? Well, this turn is... I do want to double check this because we attacked in Delufe. Yeah, No, Turtle Glades. Here. Okay, so we're gonna try to get to the point to where we're cycling, right? So this vampire just attacked. So now he's gonna sneak. All our previous vampires who had just been sneaking are now attacking. So we're attacking into Anglovania, attacking into Ivermark, into Eterol, into Comsath. And then some of these are actually the one into Comsath and the one here into White Forest. Those are actually those aren't vampire attacks. Those are get rid of things attacks. So we're suiciding thralls, basically. We're taking elders here, and we're taking just do this. We're taking Elder 62 here and suiciding these, right? We're basically just being more of a nuisance, giving him more touch points. And these are things that we don't care if they die. Like, we absolutely do not care if they die. Have at it, right? Then we're coming in with the Lich Squad, right? Now with Shademail Hauberkins and magic resistance gear. These guys are going to be way harder to mind hunt. They're going to be way hard. They're if we play them in a specific way, they're going to be impossible to teleport gank, right? So we're going to add those into the mix. We've got another one incoming right here, Lich 34, coming in the mix, attacking with Vampire 34. So we're going to see how this goes. This is probably how I should have been doing this for ages now. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. I have no idea, honestly. We're sending Isham 42 down to Kailasa. This spot has been kind of the weakness for us for a while, but it is getting a little bit bigger. We've got only one candle here in Raphabolia, so we're considering moving because of Dark Skies and because of Gift of Health being gone from Hinnom in the near future, or right now. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And you can see, right, the line of progression, the line of scrimmage. You think back 10, 15 turns, right? It was here in Pangea, Kailasa, and Tirnanog, and we progressed, right? Remember, the whole point that we were trying to make is that we were trying to push from those points. We captured Tirnanog, and then we were trying to, that is where the wall of our dominion was, and then we were trying to push our dominion forward. And you can see our dominion controls every single one of these provinces except for Caves of Madness. And Caves of Madness is just barely not in our purview, right? We're actually pushing past, adjacent to fucking thrones. So if we can push forward and we can get one of these thrones or two of these thrones, we can have... Our dominion is going to be potentially going to be a very big part of us winning this game. So we're gonna keep preaching, keep pushing, keep crossing our fingers, seeing how it goes. Other than that, most of the rest of this turn is a very typical turn. We continue to summon all of the things that we have been, Kusarikus. We continue to do my brain is melting. Corpse constructions. We're actually cutting back on the reanimation in a couple places. We're cutting back on the reanimation over here in Hale Woods, for example. Cutting back in the reanimation in, I think in basically just our death income is starting to hurt because we're doing so much reanimation, because we're doing so much we're doing a lich every single turn, because we're doing multiple manifestations every single turn. Our death income is starting to nosedive, and we don't want that to happen, but we also need to keep the pressure on. So we're probably going to ride our death gems down over the course of another 2 turns. I say 2 turns. Yeah, probably take 2 turns to get to where we can't afford a lich. And then what we're gonna do is probably either alternate turns on lich. It depends on what we want to do, right? We're probably gonna cancel all of our reanimations at that point. But also, we might stop with the manifestations. But I feel like the manifestations are actually doing a pretty good job. I don't think he can really recuperate from the losses that he's taking from the manifestations, right? Like, I don't think he has, like, the income, necessarily. I wish I could see what his income is. I guess we could do, like, a Eyes of God scenario, but that just does not seem like a good plan. Seems bad plan. Okay, forging wise, the plan continues. Amulet of Anti-Magic, Lodestone, Crown of Lead, that's going on a new lich every single turn. Part of what we might do with our death gems once we hit that cap here in another turn or two is actually start adding in Shademail Hauberkins. And basically stop making liches and hoping that the amount of liches that we have can be kept safe. I don't know if that's a feasible scenario, though. Continue to produce a bunch of... We're actually doing 3 Dragon Helms and 3 Rings of the Warrior this turn, kind of trying to spur on the amount of morale boosting that we have over here in Halbathria. Fingers crossed. And then we are doing still more of our Demon Banes. The Ishib Patrol continues to do water bracelets and water lenses as they are summoned out. We got back up to a whole bunch of water gems. And I think, war with Relay could be on the horizon, so I want to be prepared for that. So we're trying to, I'm trying to recruit a fair amount of Ishibs in this situation, which I think we have a pretty extreme advantage against Relay on. Obviously, Relay is making bank off of this Arcane Nexus scenario, but yeah, I don't know. We've had Maelstrom for a very long time now, and benefited pretty greatly from it. I don't think we can necessarily compete with Relay, like win-win underwater, but I think if we're given 10 turns or so to put together these like clusters of Ishibs, I think we can threaten or hold our own. That type of situation. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I don't really want to attack Relay. Relay has no thrones. Relay is no. There's nothing about Relay that I'm like, oh yeah, this makes me like. None of this land is land that I'm like, oh yeah, I really want that land. So not super worried about that. Is there anything big that we're doing this turn? I don't think so. I don't think this turn is anything super interesting. It's all pretty normal stuff. Finishing this walled city in Tyranea. And just holding on to our nature gems. So we've got 200 until we cap. We're getting 40 a turn. That will put us there in 5 turns, give or take, right? Because we're not actually getting 40 a turn. We're getting 39 a turn. But roughly 5 turns. But the spell itself costs 50. So that would be another 2 turns if we don't want to, I could alchemize some astral pearls, and I very well might do that, right? But between 5 and 7 turns to get to as high as we can cast. Well, I mean, I think technically we can cast higher. I still haven't done any research on whether or not you can boost over that, but yeah, we're close. And once that happens, once we have Gift of Health, I think we're probably gonna move on, like, on Hinnom before then. Honestly, we're probably gonna move on Hinnom in the next 2 or 3 turns. That's part of the reasons why I'm trying to upscale production of the Dragon Helmets and the Ring of the Warriors, by the way, is we're starting to move there. I'm also trying to get eyes on Raphabolia and on White Forest. He's not patrolling as much as he had been previously. So, yeah. I don't want to get eyes on Villia. But here, I suppose. Let's see about trying to get eyes over there. Do you have anything on his cap? I was talking a couple turns ago, right? You remember I was talking to how well Hinnom had pushed Lanka back, but it looks like Lanka has just swept back in towards him. Yet another reason why I'm really looking at potentially going at Raphabolia and White Forest in the near future. Potentially Realm of Silence, but Realm of Silence is doing significantly... we haven't pressured it nearly as much as we've pressured White Forest and Raphabolia, so... That's pretty much it for this turn, I think. Sounds about right. Sounds good. Alright, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.